This is Late Night Health. This is the radio show that cares about the most important part of your life, your health. During the next hour, the insane Dawyn, who is with us in spirit, he's with us, he's okay. He's just off on a little vacation. He and I are going to talk about some health issues that touch each and every one of us. During the second part of our show, we're going to find out about a small school district, the Bellflower School District in Los Angeles County, and how they are just absolutely killing it with getting kids to graduate with a 90+%. It's higher than the state average of kids graduating. And this is important because if we have healthy young kids, we'll have healthy adults as well. During this first part of the show, we're going to visit with a new friend of mine. Her name is Dawyn Alter, and we're going to talk about lifestyle tweaks that will help support people. Specifically, we're looking at helping nurses in their adventure of life as they go through the pandemic. So we go to Connecticut, rural Connecticut is my understanding, and we say hello to Dawyn Alter. Hi, Dawyn.
Hello. Great to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure. Let's talk about a couple of things. When we talked last week, Dawyn has an encyclopedia after her name, bachelor's degree, a master's degree. She's a emotional freedom technique therapist, and it's just on and on and on. Have you always been interested, Dawyn, in alternative therapies, we'll call them?
Well, actually, yes. And who I have to thank for that are both of my parents. They were both avid gardeners and use some medicinal plants in terms of healing. So I kind of really grew up in that environment. My mom could tell you the botanical names of everything she looked at. And so that was my introduction, was life with my parents. So I'm very fortunate and very grateful to them for exposing me to that.
Absolutely, because at the time, not many people were doing that, were they?
No. The alternative field today is a lot more known. Different parts of the country, different parts of the world tend to practice it more than others. But back then, we're talking in the 60s, and so I'm dating myself here. But I remember my dad would actually take the echinacea plant itself, but the entire plant, the root, the flower, the entire plant, and chop it up very finely. And with a few other items, he would stick it in a blender and mix it up and then drink it. And I would ask him, why are you doing that? And he would say, his response was, because it's good for my blood. It's good for the system. It's good for the body.
We know with studies that echinacea is good for the body.
Herbalism, or using plants for healing, is not new. Even today, 75 to 80% of the globe uses plant material for healing.
Well, even Big Pharma is doing that, in where they steal a substance in a plant and make it into a drug so that they can make money.
Well, yeah, what they do is they act when they're able to, and they're not always able to do this. But what Big Pharma tends to do is when they're able to isolate a molecule, when they're able to isolate it, that's basically it. And then they're able to actually do that. Like, you might have heard of the medication Digitalis.
Yes.
Okay, Digitalis is used for patients who have heart issues. It comes from the foxglove plant. So I'm thinking, not Preparation H. Am I thinking of Preparation H?
Yeah, well, that's a shrinking violet kind of a thing with Preparation H. But
yes.
Yeah,
that contains golden seal. So that's another herb that's used.
And I can think of two others. I can think of aspirin from the willow bark.
Yeah.
Right, and then Valium, which is a pharmaceutical, comes from a plant, valerian, I think. I may be mispronouncing.
Yeah, they're actually different. They're actually different. That tends to be a basic chemical, though they sound similar. But valerian root is actually um, used as a strong sedative. It helps you to relax,
Right.
similar to the medication. So there are a lot of herbs that are used for a wholesome variety of different things, and um, I believe in allopathic medicine when it's needed, that we should use it and utilize it. It's done a lot of great, wonderful, marvelous things. But I also believe in balance. So, I really believe in using medicinal plants to strengthen systems and organs of the body and/or organs of the body so that our bodies are able to be strong enough to be able to come back and revive itself when we do utilize allopathic medicine. So I think it's really a great blend of both.
Do you think that allopathic medicine helps prevent disease, or are they just mostly involved with treating a symptom of a disease rather than the root cause, where herbalists go after that root cause, as well as other alternative practitioners?
Well, yes, I do. I think what happens is someone, you're having an issue, you go to your local physician and explain what your symptoms happen to be, and that's basically what's treated. That's what they're looking at. And oftentimes, we all know of individuals who have gone to a physician for a specific issue and of symptoms based on symptoms that they're actually having, but they keep repeating themselves. And that's because we're not looking at the root cause, at the root systemic cause of, what's causing this, what could be behind it. And so I agree with that statement 100%.
Got it. We're going to be taking a break shortly. And when we come back from that break, we're going to talk about a program that you're initiating for nurses primarily to help them overcome the stress and strain of the healthcare system today. We'll be talking about that in a couple of moments. And on a personal basis, Dawn has been roped in because I dragged her kicking and screaming. Well, she didn't kick and scream, I did. She's going to help me grow better tomatoes this year than I have in the past couple of years. That's just a selfish point of view for me, but I really appreciate Dawn's help. As we go into our break, Dawn, real simple question.
Yep.
Is our healthcare system broken?
Yes.
It really is.
It's not only broken based on people needing treatment, it's also broken in many ways in terms of being able to assist the people, the professionals in the healthcare system. And we've seen that 100-fold based on this pandemic and the effects that it has had on professionals.
Our guest is Dawn Cloud Alter. We're talking about supporting people in time of need, and that is exactly what Dawn has created. We'll find out more about that as Late Night Health continues. Join us at latenighthealth.com. That's latenighthealth.com. John Van Camp is sitting in for Daryl Wayne, and we'll be back in just a couple of moments. Don't go away. Recently, I met Jacqueline from Bright here in Los Angeles. She gave me a hearing exam and then showed me how to hear again with the new Signia Pure Series hearing aids, and she can give you your life back too. I hear birds chirping, birds cooing, and even my wife. They easily connect to my smartphone. The Signia hearing aids are amazing, and with the charge and go, I don't have to fiddle with batteries and hear all day long. Not hearing is frustrating for you and your family. I know you don't have a problem, but trust me, call Bright Here now for a free hearing exam, a $125 value, yours free, just for making an appointment now. There are offices throughout the Los Angeles area. Call Bright Here now at 323-424-7100. That's 323-424-7100 for a free hearing exam. There's no obligation. Call now, 323-424-7100, or visit them on the web at brighthere.com. Late Night Health is proud of our partnership with the EBC, the Evolutionary Business Council. Check them out at ebcouncil.com.
You're listening to Late Night Health with Mark Allen. The show continues in a moment. If you're listening to Late Night Health right now, you're part of the growing target of baby boomers we're serving. Hi, I'm Daryl Wayne, producer of Late Night Health, inviting you to join the Late Night Health family. If you have any business targeting the growing boomer market, Late Night Health is the ideal advertising vehicle for you. From vitamins to insurance, alternative health to Western-style medicine, Late Night Health caters to the growing population of those over 40 years old. This vibrant demographic has expendable income to fight aging, purchase travel, take care of aging parents, or just have fun. Find out about the advertising opportunities with Late Night Health. Call us at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308, or email us at info@latenighthealth.com. That's info@latenighthealth.com. Join Late Night Health as we empower people to take charge of their own health care. Call now at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308.
Role models. They can make all the difference. In our world today, they have never been more important. One of the nation's most successful mentoring organizations is Jewish Big Brothers Big Sisters of Los Angeles. Their mission is to assist youth in achieving their full potential through innovative and impactful programs. And no nonprofit agency does it better. Jewish Big Brothers Big Sisters of LA serves Jewish children, boys and girls in our local community with a mentoring program that's been going strong since 1915. That's only the beginning. This nationally known agency owns and operates Camp Bob Waldorf. Its summer camping and weekend retreat programs enrich the lives of youth throughout Greater Los Angeles. Then there's a college support program, and last but not least, work that helps kids all over the world through the Teen Talk app. Want to learn more? Go to jbbbsla.org. Donate. Get involved. There's no better way to make a difference.
Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Words are a critical aspect of success. How you get your point across is a crucial part of what makes anything sell. So do it right and hire a writer. Whether it's articles, blog posts, technical writings, website content, product descriptions, or ghostwriting anything from a novel to a nonfiction book about your navel, contact Servet Hassan. If you want it to sell, write it right. Email Servet at servet@servethassan.com.
There's a lot of talk all over the internet about the remarkable benefits of Carbon-60, and baby boomers are especially excited about it. Greska's Carbon-60 is the premium Carbon-60, developed by an aerospace and NASA scientist. 95% of Greska's customers report positive results from this Nobel Prize-winning technology in just 4 days. Imagine more energy, better health, and more vitality. It's very bioavailable to quickly mend toxin-crippled cells. This is a super powerful antioxidant. Bob Greska is so confident that you'll love his Carbon-60, he wants to send you a bottle at 50% off the regular price to see how life-changing this will be for you. Call 720-600-6040. That's 720-600-6040. Visit c-60.com to learn more. Call 720-600-6040 now or visit c-60.com. Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Allen, along with John Van Camp, sitting in for the vacationing Daryl Wayne. We're talking with Dawn Cloud Alter. She is an amazing woman, and she has created something called the Nursing Project. We'll have more information on our website, as well as giving you information on how to get a hold of Dawn if you want to participate. Tell us what the Nursing Project is all about, Dawn.
In February 21st, 2021, I happened to be going through the New York Times, and there was an opinion. In the opinion section, there was not only an article, basically it was a video, and it was called Death Through a Nurse's Eyes by Alexander Stockton and Lucy King. And they had actually taken a camera into an ICU, a COVID ICU, and really spent the time talking with nurses. And the amount of stress that these nurses have been under for such a long period of time. The painful stimuli of these nurses being inundated, working with COVID-affected patients, they themselves are exposed to adverse effects on their own nervous systems, like 24/7, and you can look this up anywhere, and you will see interviews or read articles on what the nurses have actually experienced. Not only did they watch their patients suffer physically, but they watched their patients suffer emotionally, being isolated from their loved ones and dying alone. It was the nurses primarily that had to do all the communication with families, finding out about the upsetting news about their loved ones, informing them that they weren't doing well or getting worse or about to die. So they also had to bear the brunt of being there for the family members who physically couldn't even be there for these families, for these patients rather, who were dying. And stress is a word that I believe we take too lightly. For these nurses, exhaustion, burnout, there's a lot of burnout. There has been a number of nurses who have left the profession because of this, experience depression, insomnia, nightmares, sadness, and fatigue. And so the body has a chemical called cortisol,
right,
known as the stress hormone. And when you're inundated with constant stress over time, it could become toxic to the body. So this stuck with me on a very deep level in my heart, actually. And I said, this is just wrong. This is just, something needs to be done. Now, because I'm a professional EFT, emotional freedom technique practitioner, and, CBT, cognitive behavior therapy, and all of those things, I said, well, Dawn, something has to be done to offer help to people in this profession, meaning nurses. So I came up with this idea to try to find clinicians in different parts of the country who are either certified in emotional freedom technique or EMDR, and I'll get more into that in a few minutes in terms of why I picked those two modalities.
Okay.
To be able to offer 5 free individual sessions to a nurse, or allow them to be able to attend a 6-week group session free of charge. So nobody's getting paid. I'm not getting paid. The volunteers, clinicians are not getting paid to volunteer their time. And there were a number of clinicians that actually have volunteered to provide services to any nurse that wants it.
That is fascinating. And you're doing this as a give back.
Yes.
Wow. I mean, you're busy. You have a 2-year-old grand kid that's running around, and you have your gardening. You've got your own life and everything else.
My private practice, I'm in private practice too.
Right. So that
Yeah.
you've got all of that going, and yet you're still finding the time to give back. You're a hero. There's just no doubt about it in my mind. With all the stress that the nursing profession has, and especially the last 2 years with COVID, where nurses were seeing firsthand that COVID-1 was real, and people were not allowed to visit their loved ones if they had COVID, if they had a heart condition, whatever it might be. They were away. There was nobody to be with. So the patients themselves had issues, and I guess the nurses were there to kind of be a surrogate family.
Yes, they had to take it all on. Not only did they have to take it all on, many nurses actually would have to go in and do a shift, go home for 4 hours and come back. And then they have their own families. Many nurses have their own families, and many had to deal with having their kids being educated at home remotely, just a host of issues. And so these two modalities, emotional freedom technique and EMDR, are great modalities that assist with anxiety or trauma or depression or insomnia and a host of other things. And they're able to assist a person quickly. This program is not regular therapy where you're sitting down having a conversation for 5 years about what you experienced. And that's what's great about it. And that's why I really wanted it to be either emotional freedom technique and or EMDR, based on the science, based on studies, based on using them professionally myself, based on receiving them, being on the receiving end of both of these modalities. So here we are.
So are nurses signing up? I mean, are you getting response?
This is what we're doing now. Now we're in the process of just really getting the word out. We'll see what happens with that. So that's the plan and that's the goal.
Is there a way of, how do you want people to find out about this in depth?
Okay, here we go. In depth, I'm going to give you a couple of things here. The website is nursingproject.org.
Nursingproject.org. Let's not confuse everybody. Let's just keep it to that one place, okay?
Okay.
And that is terrific. Now the other place is, you have a website for your practice as an herbalist and as a therapist as well.
Yes.
And what is that?
That's Alter, ALTER, hyphen nativehealing.com.
I love it. So, if you're a nurse and you want information on this and how it can help you, go to nursingproject.org, nursingproject.org, and you want to find out more about Dawn Cloud Alter, go to alter-nativehealing.com. Dawn doesn't know this, but she's coming back, and she'll be a semi-regular here on Late Night Health, sharing her wisdom about all the things that she does as the year goes on. Dawn, you will come back and visit with me, won't you?
Oh, absolutely. This was absolutely wonderful, and I think your show is terrific. And you're making a difference. And basically, I believe life through service is extremely important.
We appreciate it. Hold on a second. I'm Mark Allen. Visit us at latenighthealth.com. We'll have a pretty picture of Dawn on there and all the information you need. We will be back as Late Night Health continues.